Hello Aries, welcome to your February reading. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you this month. Now, as always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take only what resonates and leave the rest behind. A little disclaimer, there is construction happening. There is nothing I can do about it, so you may hear some hammering and drilling. All right. For those of you who've watched me before, I'm doing things a little differently this time. I am going to be pulling out 3 star code oracles for you just to get an overview of what we could be dealing with. And then I will move on to your tarot, where I will look at your general energy, love as well as career. Now, I think you have 4 cards. No, you have 3. All right. Solar flares and the sun. That's crazy. And you being a fire sign, I wouldn't expect anything less. Cardinal fire at that. And we have opposition. All right. So the planetary transits, the astral climate right now isn't, at least while I'm recording, isn't the best. There are squares, conjunctions, oppositions happening in the sky that could leave you reeling. But I do promise you, mid-Feb onwards, things are going to get way better. All right. Now, with the Sun card, I do feel like it's a wonderful time for you to, shine and grow. It's a great time to, because when the Sun and solar flares pop up together, it's almost like there's this boost that is, beneficial to you, that will be beneficial to you. With solar flares, it's like whenever a solar flare happens, it's when there are more sunspots on the sun. And when that happens, everything gets amplified. Everything just starts shining. The trees grow faster. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is almost like organic fertilizer for your soul. So use this time wisely. All right? Use it to grow and transform into the best version of yourself. With opposition, there is confrontation happening. Now, while I'm recording, again, there are 2 planets in retrograde, Venus and Mercury. And retrogrades can cause misunderstandings. They can cause delays and miscommunication. And that inevitably leads to confrontation. So you may be dealing with something of the kind right now, but we will see. Let me pull out a moonology for you, for your general energy. Sorry for the interruption. Someone was at the door. All right. Moonology for your general energy. New moon in Gemini. Think it through. Wow, all right. Eight of Cups, 10 of Swords. Wow, 5 of Cups. There is something here that is making you really, really sad. Some kind of pain here, a lot of pain. But the good thing is you are thinking it through and you are walking away from it. With the 5 of Cups, there is some kind of loss that you have experienced or are experiencing currently. Whether this is in your career or in your love life, we will see. And with the 10 of Swords, it's almost sort of like a betrayal, something that has really hurt you. Sorry, I need to adjust my camera. Something that has hurt you, something that has brought you, it's almost like someone stabbed you in the back, okay? But I feel like with a little bit of reflection and a little bit of wisdom that's been gained over time through this journey, you're finally putting yourself first and you're walking away from this. We'll see what this could be regarding. We have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. This could mean some kind of either a traditional career or it could mean a commitment. With Venus being retrograde, it does put a lot of relationships to the test. And even if it is not in the 3D, it's in the 5D. And it's also, it promotes a lot of self-reflection about what it is that you value in a partner, what it is that you value in a relationship, and what it is that you deserve. I feel like you've realized that you deserve a lot more than this energy that was coming in for you, because this is very, very painful. And walking away takes a lot of courage. And I don't think you're doing this on a whim. You have thought it through. And I also feel like instead of confronting whoever this person is, it's like, even though we have the opposition card, it's almost like you fought with yourself to remove yourself from this equation without really talking about it. Does that make sense? But let me see what this could be regarding. Let me get a card for career. This is a new deck for me, so it's just really, really stubborn. All right, assess the situation. First quarter moon in Virgo. Nice. Bottom of the deck, opposition, 5 of Wands. What I'm getting here is, with the 10 of Pentacles, the potential to reach that level of complete satisfaction is there. And surprisingly, the 4 of Cups has been showing up for a lot of people. It's almost like because of the pandemic, because of everything that we've been through as a collective and individuals, it's almost like pain has become a pattern. It's almost like not having what it is that you want has become a pattern. And it's like that is what we're expecting every single day when we wake up. You know what I mean? But there is some kind of opportunity that you may be missing out on, Aries. Something in your career. This could be a new job offer, it could be a new project, it could very well just be a new team that you should be a part of, but you're not looking at it. Because who did I say this to? When a door closes and another opens, you're so intently looking at the door that's closed that your gaze is just not shifting to the new opportunity. That's the feeling I'm getting. With the 6 of Cups, this could be something from the past, and I feel like this has come up for you before. This could even just be an investment that you made in the past that could be bringing fruit now. Venus also rules our finances, and it is coming out of retrograde literally today, the day I'm recording, 29th of January. It will be in its shadow till beginning March, but I feel like slowly, once Venus starts gaining momentum in the sky, finances as a whole are going to start improving. So whatever situation feels like it's lost and you've given up hope in it, I do see it reviving and turning into the 10 of Pentacles for you. With the 5 of Wands and the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, it's almost like you're fighting your intuition. And this again is a theme for you. It's like you're so set in the material world that you don't realize how powerful your gut can be. And it can give you answers. You may be having dreams. You may be having dreams that you remember very vividly as soon as you wake up. Jot them down. Keep a journal next to your bed. And I'm speaking this from experience. A lot of the times I have dreams that they might not be like carbon copies of what I'm experiencing in my reality, but they do talk. I just saw 555 on my timer, which talks about change. But they do sort of reflect what it is that I'm experiencing in my current life. And I do get answers from my dreams. It's okay to, chalk it up as a nightmare and as something you don't want to think about, but your dreams have messages, not from any supernatural entity, but from your higher self. And it's called a higher self for a reason, because it functions without bias. Okay, it functions without ego. It's there to help you. So trust your gut is what I'm feeling right now. Whatever opportunity this is that you may be missing out on thanks to repetitive patterns that you may have experienced in your life, you need to walk away from that mentality of lack. And the 10 of Pentacles showing up here is no coincidence. This is there for you to savor. This is there for you to address and achieve. So think it through, Aries. Assess the situation. Everything may not be as bad as it seems. It's almost like when planets are in retrograde, there's a veil. And the minute they go direct, the veil lifts. And you're like, oh wait, why was I stressing so much? It's that kind of feeling. Okay, let's look at love. Stubborn deck. Okay. Take a breather. Last quarter moon in Cancer. Nice. It's like, because you see, you know what I'm looking at? I'm looking at the tree. Sorry, I'm just going back to career for a minute. I'm looking at the tree and I'm looking at the rays radiating on the side. And that's reminding me of the sun. And I told you that trees grow faster when there's a solar flare. That's your tree of abundance. I'm surprised the Wheel of Fortune isn't here, but there is a shift. Most definitely there is a shift. But you need to internally activate the acceptance of that shift and stop fighting yourself. Okay? All right. Let's see. Looking at love now. Four of Swords, the Tower, and Justice. I like that. Bottom of the deck, the Chariot. Could be dealing with a Libra or a Cancer, because you have a Cancer card too. I feel like there is a bit of downtime here when it comes to your relationships and your love life in general. With the Tower card, there has been a breakup. There has been a shake-up. Something that has crumbled your foundation. Because the Tower card always comes about when the... Actually, I should put these like that because your Four of Swords is very similar to your Moonology. The Tower moment, the Tower card, always comes about when the foundation is rocky and unsafe to start with. So the universe brings about certain quarrels or oppositions or confrontations that shake up that foundation so that you can build afresh and you can build on a better foundation, a stronger foundation that can be built to last the test of time. If this was a separation or a breakup, it came about with a sudden epiphany. It came about with an aha moment, with a spark that, okay, wait, this is not healthy. Okay, and I like how the Eight of Cups is right on top of the Tower. This is the pain that you went through, the loss, the rejection that you went through. And after thinking it through, more than the breakup being the Tower moment, I think it was the epiphany that came about for you, which was your Tower moment. And you walked away. Take a breather. Four of Swords. I feel like this is exactly what you're doing, or at least something that you should be doing. You should be healing. You should be looking after yourself. You should be, because you see how she's taking this luxurious bath and her crown and third eye just lights up. It gets activated. That's what happens when you start focusing inward. Again, I'm surprised the Hermit isn't here. But we do have the Fool and the Chariot at the bottom of the deck, which is telling me that once you start healing, truly healing, and not just healing for the heck of healing, if you catch my drift, is when things will start moving forward for you. And I am not talking about moving forward for you within the relationship per se, but moving forward for you in the sense that all the blocks that you may have been experiencing in your life, the blocks will be lifted. Because when you are in so much pain after the Ten of Swords, it's almost like your aura develops leaks. It develops tears and your energy just starts seeping out where you feel drained and incomplete. I just saw 11:11 on my timer. But once you heal the leaks in your aura, okay, without thinking about whatever it is that you dealt with, once you leave that in the past, once you address it and then leave it in the past and walk away, the scales of justice will balance themselves. Because what happens is when we give too much of our energy to another person and don't keep enough for ourselves, that is when there is injustice. Injustice to you, injustice to your higher self. Because too much of your energy is seeping away from your aura, away from your body to somebody else. Once that energy is kept within and you get it back to you, is when harmony can be restored and balance can be restored. And only once you are balanced, and I repeatedly say this, two halves don't make a whole when it comes to a relationship. Two wholes come together to make a perfect companionship, a perfect union. So make yourself whole. Start afresh With the Chariot card, I feel like right now you may be dilly-dallying between which direction to take. Should I move on? Should I stay? What should I do? The Chariot is written by the Emperor. The Emperor is you. It's your card. It's a card of Aries. The job of the Emperor is to make sure both horses are aligned and they move in one direction. What is that direction? That direction is peace and victory for yourself. The Emperor is the only one riding the chariot. There's nobody else sitting there with him. Your life is in your hands. Your reality is in your hands. You decide if you want to make it a chaotic mess because you're depending on someone else for your happiness, or you can rein those horses in, realize you are the creator of your own reality, and you decide which direction your life goes in. Stop giving power to other people. Once the scales of justice are balanced for you, that is when there can be a new beginning. The Fool is the first card of the tarot. It is somebody who is almost in a childlike spirit, in a carefree energy, that I have left all the baggage of the past behind and I am ready to begin my life again. Some of you may be thinking that after all of that, there's no way in hell I can feel like this. There's a lot you have to get through before you get to this. Healing is not easy, Aries. Healing is incredibly difficult, and it is not something that can be done in just a day. Some of us heal for years. It just depends on how strong you are and how much of courage you have to face your fears and overcome them. And those fears could be the fear of being alone, the fear of not having the kind of love that you want. I always say this: fear and faith ask you to believe in something that you can't see yet. You decide if you need to put your energy in fearing something or having faith in a better tomorrow. And if you remember the Magician card, the Master Manifestor, when you look at his face, you don't see any fear there. You see faith. You see power. And that's all of us. We all have that power. We are all magicians because we create our own authentic truth. Let the tower fall. Let it. If there's any time to transform, it is now. Stop fighting yourself. Stop fighting your healing. That is the opposition. That is the confrontation. There is no third party here. It's just between you and your higher self. It's a wonderful time for you to activate that solar flare. Use this energy to heal. The sun heals. That's what the sun does. The sun helps you grow. I can't ignore the rays here as well. The sun is shining for you, my friend. Just use its energy wisely. All right? It's been a great reading. I really hope this helped you, and try and enjoy February. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.